Hello everyone. Now today we are here in this session to discuss a new topic of our third semester portion. In our last session we have completed the topic inequalities, and as you all are knowing, we have completed maximum topics of our third semester, that was set concept, simple interest, speed time distance, construction, inequalities. These all the topics we have completed. So I hope you all will complete your classwork and your homework properly. The question which I am leaving, that is only for your practice. You don't have to leave that any of the question. You all need to do each and every question, whether in your classwork or in your homework. The copies are same. So whether you will do in your classwork portion or in your homework portion, but you all need to do each and every question. Now today we are going to start a very common topic of mathematics, that is triangle. Its name is only written as triangle. Triangle means a type of figure which contains three angles. A type of figure which contains three angles. Tri means three, and angle, you know, when two rays are meeting at any point is known it as they are framing one angle. So here also we are going to frame one type of figure which contains three angles, and its name is a triangle. For that we have to take any three non-collinear point. Now the thing is this, what is the collinear and what is the non-collinear points? Collinear points are the points which can be joined with a straight line. Is a collinear line, is a collinear points. Three or more points are known as a collinear point if they can join with the help of a straight line. And non-collinear if you cannot join three or more lines with a one straight line. So to frame any triangle, we want three non-collinear points. So if any three non-collinear point you will take this way, and you will join these all the points through a line. This figure, this generated figure is known as a triangle. Otherwise, you can give a easy definition. A closed figure which contains three sides are known as a triangle. Otherwise, a type of polygon which contains three sides is known as a triangle. So three sides are there. When these points name, if we want to give, if this point's name you will write, suppose that this is the line of A, this is the line of B, and this is the C. So point A, point B and point C are known as the vertex of the triangle. So there are the three vertex in the triangle. Three vertex of the triangle is A, B and C. A, B and C are the three vertex of the triangle. Now the distance from one, the measurement of the two vertex, between two vertex is known as the side of the triangle. So A to B, whatever measurement will come, that will be the length of the AB side. The same way B to C, whatever measurement will come, means whatever length of the this BC line will known it as the length of the side of the triangle. So there are the three sides also of the triangle. Three sides are, which three sides are? AB, BC and C. So three sides are AB, BC and C. Three vertex A, B, C sides AB, BC, C. The same way there are the three angles is also there. These angles are known as the angle of the triangle. So there are the three angles also there. That three angles are angle ABC. Angle ABC means ABC. So we are talking about angle B. If you will write the angle name as angle ABC, its meaning is this: you are talking about angle B. This middle value will show the or for which point you are talking about the angle. The same way, if you have to write the angle C, so you will write angle BCA. Angle BCA. Otherwise, you can write it as the angle ACB also. If you have to discuss about angle A, so you will write its name angle CAB, or you can write it as the name of angle BAC. So this will be the angle CAB. So here this middle portion only shows the angle value, that for which angle you are talking. So on the first part we are talking about angle B. For second part we are talking about angle C, and for third we are talking about angle A, or directly sometimes we are writing it as the angle B, angle C, or angle B, angle C, and angle A. So there are the three vertex, three sides, and three angle in a triangle. This three vertex, if you will leave, so three side and three angles are known as the six components of the triangle. Without these components, a triangle is not possible. Okay. So in this triangle only, some properties we have to study. That properties are, first property, if you can see, this is your angle A, angle B, and angle C. The property of the triangles are like, the first property is saying, whenever you will add any two sides of the triangle, it should come always greater than to the third side. Means the sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than to the third side. Otherwise the triangle is not possible in any of the condition. Like if I will give the question as 10, 15 and 13. Frame one triangle with the help of these sides. So if you are going to frame, so add these two sides. So 10 plus 15 is 25. 25 is greater than to 13. Okay. If you will add these two, so 13 plus 15, it will be 28. 28 is definitely greater than to 10. Okay. If you will add 10 and 13, that will be 23. 23 is also greater than to 15. So this way you can say that yes, here whatever triangle will be there, we can frame. But at the place of this value, if I will mention the value 6, 4 and 8. 6, 4, 5. Here also it can be done. If you will take this value 6, 5, 10. So in 6, 5, 10, when you will add 6 plus 5, this value will be 11. 11 is greater than to 10, so definitely we can frame one triangle. If you will take 5 and 10, it will be 15. 15 is also greater than to 6. If you will take 6 and 10, that will be 16. 16 will also greater than to 5. So this value you can frame it as a triangle. But at the place of this, if you will write the number as 7, 5, 13. At the place of this, if you will take one side of the measurement of the triangle as 7, 5, 10. So here 7 and 5 when you will add, so 7 plus 5 will come 12. And 12 is smaller than to 30, means the sum of any two side is coming smaller than to the third side. In this condition, your triangle is not possible. So if the question is this, ki frame one triangle whose sides are the 7, 5 and 13. So simply you can say that ki this type of triangle is not possible, because the property is saying that sum of any two sides of a triangle is always, it should always be greater than to the third side. And here the sum of any two side is coming smaller than to third side. So this triangle is not possible in any of the conditions. Got it? So this is the property of a based on the side. The same way one more property is there, that is exterior angle property. Exterior angle property is the A, B and C. ABC is a triangle. In these triangles, if any one side will extend, suppose that the side I have extended. Which side I have extended? BC. If BC side I have extended and here the point is D. Okay? BC side I have extended till D point. So the angle framed with the help of AC and CD is known it as the exterior angle of the triangle, because these all the angles are known it as the interior angle. Interior means the angle which is inside of the triangle is known it as the interior angle. But exterior angle, the angle which is framed outside of the triangle, is known it as the exterior angle. But one thing you have to remember, while taking the exterior angle, the angle should be framed with the help of one side of the triangle and the extended side. This is the extended side and this is the one side of the triangle. With the help of these two sides only, whatever angle is framed, that angle is only known as the exterior angle. Like same way, if I will extend this side here, so this angle will known as the exterior angle. If I will extend this side here, so this angle is the exterior angle. If I will extend this side as here, so this angle is the exterior angle. This angle is not an exterior angle. Why it is not an exterior angle? Because this side, this angle is framing with the help of extended side, not with the help of side of the triangle. So for exterior angle, the property is this: the angle should be framed between one side of the triangle to the extended side. Got it? So this is the exterior angle and interior angle, and in the exterior and interior angle, I have told you, interior angle means the angle which is framed inside of the triangle, and exterior angle means the angle which is framed outside of the triangle. And while taking outside of the angle, you need to take it very carefully that angle should be framed between one extended side of the triangle, one extended side and one side of the triangle. Got it? So with the help of this two property, now we are going to study about the types of triangle. How many types of triangles are there? So the division of triangle is done on the basis of two types. The division of triangle is done on the basis of two ways. First, on the basis of angle, and here on the basis of sides. On the basis of angle and on the basis of sides. If you will see the division, the first type of triangle is the acute angle triangle. The second type of triangle is the obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangle. And third one is the right angle triangle. What is the acute angle triangle? A type of triangle whose all the angles are less than to 90 degree. Means it will go from 0 till 89. All the triangle, all the angles. You know that in a triangle there are the three angles. So each and every angle will be less than to 90 degree. Is known as the acute angle. Okay? We used to make this type of figure for acute angle. Normal. Obtuse angle triangle. Any one angle will be more than to 90 but smaller than to 180 is known as the acute angle triangle. This way we are taking normally. This angle we are telling yes, this angle is more than 290. This angle is known as more than 90 degree and then it is known as the acute angle triangle. And finally it's the right angle triangle. So any one angle in a triangle is 90 degree, then it is known as the right angle triangle. Any one angle is 90 degree. More than one angle cannot come 90 degree. Any one angle will be 90 degree. So these three types of the triangles are there on the basis of angle. First is the acute angle triangle, where all the angles means all the three angles of the triangle is smaller than to 90 degree. Obtuse angle triangle, any one angle is more than to 90 but smaller than to 180. And the third one is the right angle triangle, means all the any one angle will be equal to 90 degree, is known as the right angle triangle. Now finally on the basis of side. On the basis of side there are again three types of triangles. The first triangle is the scalene triangle. The scalene triangle is a type of triangle, or the second is the isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. And the third one is the equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. So if we will divide the triangle on the basis of sides, so three types of triangles are there: scalene, isosceles, equilateral. Scalene triangle is the triangle where all the sides are in different measurement. There is no any relation between two sides of the triangle. The second type of triangle is the isosceles triangle. Means any two sides of the triangle will be equal to each other and it is known as the isosceles triangle. And then finally it's the equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle is saying If all the sides of the triangle is equal to each other, then it is an equilateral triangle. Scalene, all the sides in different measurement. Isosceles, two sides are in equal measurement. Equilateral, all the sides are in same measurement. Means all the three sides will be equal. So there are the 6 types of triangles are there, that is acute, obtuse, right angle, scalene, isosceles, equilateral. The combination of triangles also will be done. Like sometimes you will get right angle isosceles triangle. Right angle isosceles triangle. Yeah, otherwise you will get right angle scalene triangle. You will get obtuse angle isosceles triangle. So this way the relations can be done between two types of triangles. But here one property I have to told you, this is a very important property of the triangle, is saying that when we are taking any isosceles triangle or any triangle whose two sides are equal to each other. So suppose that the triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle where AB and AC both are equal to each other. So the property is saying in a triangle, when two sides are equal to each other, then the angle which is opposite to the equal side is also equal. Means the angle which is opposite to AC side is this, its opposite angle will be angle B. And here AB side is there and the angle which is opposite to AB, it is angle C. So according to property, if AB and AC are equal to each other, then angle B and angle C are also equal to each other. This property of the triangle is saying that any two sides of the triangle is equal to each other, then the angle which is opposite to the equal side is also equal. The same property is holding with equilateral triangles. If the triangle is an equilateral triangle, A, B, C is an equilateral triangle. All the sides are equal. So if all the sides are equal, then definitely their opposite angles are also equal. That is why we are telling in an equilateral triangle, all the sides are also equal and all the angles are also equal in an equilateral triangle. Okay, so there are the 6 types of triangles are there. The triangles are acute angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, right angle triangle, then scalene triangle, isosceles triangle, and then equilateral triangle. And isosceles and equilateral triangles property is very important, that the angle which is opposite to the equal side is also equal to each other. Now finally we have to study about the angle sum property of a triangle. Angle sum property of a triangle. Angle sum property means when any triangle is there, A, B and C. If ABC is a triangle, so what will be the value of angle A plus angle B plus angle C? Its value will be always equal to 180 degree. Means the sum of all the angle in a triangle is 180 degree. It doesn't matter it is acute angle triangle or right angle triangle or obtuse or scalene or isosceles or equilateral. Any type of triangle will be there. When we will add all the 3 angles of the triangle, its addition will come always equal to 180 degree. Okay? How it can be done? and how it is done, how we can prove it. So let me prove it. You don't have to revise it again and again, but you should know it. Let me tell you. According to the property, if we have to prove it that the sum of all angle in a triangle is 180 degree, we will do one thing. We will do one construction, that we will draw one line EF which is parallel to BC. We will draw one line EF which should be parallel to BC. Okay. Suppose that this angle is X, this angle is Y, and this angle is Z. So as we know that the sum of all the angles on a straight line, you can see that here one straight line is made. Okay. So this straight line sum is always 180 degrees. So X plus Y plus Z is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because it's an angle on a straight line. Angle on a straight line. So whenever angle on a straight line we are getting, its addition should become always 180. Now very easily you know that we have done this construction that EF should be parallel to BC. If EF and BC are parallel to each other, so we can say that their alternate angles and their corresponding angles will be equal to each other. So here this angle X is the alternate of the interior angle of angle B. Means this angle is X, so this angle will also X. Because they are alternate angles. So you can write it as the angle B is equal to X, Y, because it is alternate angle. The same way this angle is Z, so this angle will come also Z, because it is also alternate angle. So angle C is also Z because it is alternate angle. The alternate angle because EF is parallel to BC. Now at the place of X you can write angle B. At the place of Y, you can write the interior angle of angle triangle. So it will be A, and at the place of Z, you can write it C. This will be 180. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. This way, its proving is there, full proof is there, but it will not come in your portion. You all need to do the practice for the question. So this way we can prove, just I am telling you, this way we can prove that how the sum of all the angle in a triangle is 180 degree. Don't forget it. Whatever kind of triangle will be there, it's acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, scalene, isosceles or equilateral, the sum of all the angle is always 180 degree. That's why in the beginning only I have told you that in a right angle triangle only one angle will be 90, because if two angle you will take it as a 90 and 90, so its addition will come only 180. Where is the third angle? Third angle possibility is only not there. Got it? So only one angle will be right angle in a right angle triangle, and only one angle will be more than 2 an obtuse angle triangle. Okay? In this property only one more property you have to study, that is exterior angle property. What exterior angle property is saying? Whenever you will take any exterior angle of the triangle A, B and C, the exterior angle of the triangle, suppose that this is the angle of X, Y and this interior angle is Z, and this exterior as a A. So the exterior angle of the triangle is always equal to the opposite two interior angle addition. Means whatever angle is there with this, you leave that. Rest two angles addition will be equal to the exterior angle of the triangle. Means the angle A will be equal to the angle X plus angle Y. Angle X plus angle Y will be equal to angle A. The same way, if you will take this way as angle B, so your angle B will become equal to the angle X plus angle Z. Because B is here, its opposite interior angle will be X and Z. So the sum of X and Z will be equal to the exterior angle of the triangle, that is B. So the exterior angle of the triangle is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. And one very important property I have told you, that sum of all the angle in a triangle is 180 degree. Then I have told you the very important property of the triangle, isosceles triangle and equilateral triangle, that the angle which is opposite to the equal sides of the triangle is always equal to each other. So for today, I think this much portion is enough for you all. You all need to go through once the reading of this chapter, because whatever things are mentioned in the book, if you will read it very carefully, the things will be more clear for you. I have completed each and every portion in this video, but once you will go through the videos, through the book also and through videos also, it will be very beneficial for you. So I will suggest you just chapter number 18, page number 190, you all should read it once, and from next session we will start our exercise of this chapter. Okay, till that time, have a nice day, enjoy your day.